block it.
They are.
They don't always block it. They gonna block that. Sometimes they just say you can't monetize.
What you drinking, Macallan?
It was around. I got a request for y'all picture.
I don't even haven't looked at my hair, man. Thanks, sis. Mm.
You check online, it should be there. And you can copy that and then paste it to your Facebook.
So you want me to go to Lipstick?
Yes, ma'am.
Tyrone. How do I get to the live?
It's there.
Dickhead.
Lipstick is the first one that.
Oh, I see it.
Say live. Mike's on music. Bring you in 3, 2, 1.
I feel you, bro. Welcome, guys, back to Lipstick Podcast. I apologize we couldn't come on this past Tuesday for technical reasons, but we are on today, and we thank Miss Dominique with Lipstick and Smoke for being patient with us and having flexibility. We have special guests, as I just already said. We have Miss Dominique. She's moved to Houston, and I'm going to let her talk for a little bit. Also, we have these wonderful accessories that she's going to discuss with us. And won't you, before we talk about your accessories and all that, just kind of tell us about yourself. Okay. Tell us what Lipstick and Smoke is. She was also part of Houston Cigar Week, so if you were here for Houston Cigar Week, then you did catch her.
Yes. Okay, so again, like she said, I'm Dominique. I am the owner of Lipstick and Smoke. To be honest, it's kind of still kind of hard to believe, because it was something that I started to really look into last year, and I'll say my anniversary for this was like June 21st. And I remember it because I remember going into Etsy inboxes of people asking them, do they have the cigar ashtrays in like pink? So, but I am, yes, in pink. And they were like, no, it's the only color.
What's so special about pink?
Well, I mean, it's feminine, you know, and that was one of the things I wanted to kind of bring.
So that's why I don't see any blues
That's
here.
right.
And my favorite color
Blue
is
is
pink.
my favorite color is blue, and we're gonna have to work on that, Dominique, because
Thank you,
none
Dominique.
of this
Plenty
is gonna
blues.
work for me.
It's plenty blues.
It's-
We're not
it-
producing blues.
We
It's
are,
plenty
because
blues.
that's my favorite color. So we'll talk about it. Keep going.
Okay, so, but let's back up. Anyway, I am originally from Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida. Woo woo. Okay, but however, I'm moving
She
back.
just repped her city.
None of us know what that is.
Listen,
The
St.
woo-woo.
Petersburg, Florida. That was my rap. Woo woo. Hey, give myself, you know.
Rep your,
Shout
rep
out to
yourself,
St. Pete,
baby.
some of St. Pete folks. So,
Petersburg.
I'm actually moving back to Houston. I lived here I moved here about 2012 and stayed here for about 5 years. And then I ended up moving back with my youngest daughter and staying there for 5 years. Got engulfed in my career, and every year I was climbing the ladder. Every year I was saying I was coming back, and every year I didn't. Here we is 5 years later. I did resign in like a 2 weeks period from my assistant principal position.
Oh God, you deal with children?
Yes.
Oh, Lord
Dear
Jesus.
Lord, no
You
wonder
may
you
need
have
some of this.
You should. Hey, give her a glass of
I
that
know.
brown. This wine
On the
ain't gonna
rocks,
do
baby.
nothing.
That wine
for
ain't
her.
doing nothing.
I deal with the precious babies. I was assistant principal
God.
of an elementary school in St. Petersburg, Florida, one of our high needs schools. And I'm going to tell you, my babies, they're precious. It was very difficult for me to leave my position. However, I've always wanted to come back to Houston, and I have a big baby here who graduated from TSU. So,
Woo woo.
yeah, this year. And so I wanted to kind of come back and get closer to her. And so that was one of my reasons, just one of them. So I'm here.
Awesome. All right.
I think Houston Cigar Week kind of made it happen a little bit, faster.
We thank you. We thank you. We, on the behalf of Houston Cigar Week, we thank you.
Welcome back.
I was going to highlight these accessories, but she doesn't make blue, so I'm not sure about that. But she has some wonderful accessories here, regardless if she makes blue or not. She's going to get me a blue one, so we're not going to worry about that because that's all I'm going to use smoke anyways, but it's okay. So you want to tell us about what we have on the table first, and then kind of go. I need another one of those.
Okay. Well, I have the humidor, of course, the pink humidor.
Yeah,
I'm
we
getting
see.
it.
Hey, it is beautiful. I love it. Having it designed was just it was awesome. Of course, you can see I have my pink lipstick, so it's kind of was the inspiration behind it. Also inspired by femininity. So
Yes.
I love it. I also have it coming in red and in a purple.
You gonna
Did
make
you
me buy
tell
all
Crystal
of them.
about the red?
Yes, she is waiting, but I think she wants one of those pink ones.
She did.
Yes, so she's waiting for that.
So B.
And then I have the cigar cases. Of course, the first one made was the pink one. Okay, and so
I don't know. I'm just gonna pull up this ugly
Like
red.
she
I hate
repped her
red.
city. Whoop whoop for the pink.
exactly.
They have cutter
Yes,
holders.
they
as
do
well.
have cutters. They come with cutters. They hold 3 cigars and not any particular size. It kind of go with the size or whatever.
It expands.
But yeah. So we have the purple, and all the purple, the leopard, and the red has the gold L and S on it, lipstick and smoke. And then the pink is the signature one, which does not have the gold. That's my baby right there. And then, of course, we have the ashtrays. We have the salmon pink, the purple, and the burgundy. I call it burning burgundy, puff purple, and the ash pink because I just have to,
I like that pink.
correlate it, with the
Mimi, we're not gonna have a whole conversation about pink today.
So it's crazy because when I reached out to vendors to see about creating a lot of these products, they hadn't done pink at all. It was not
I know.
even thought about. So
I haven't thought about it either.
So in the ashtrays, I wanted to get. I was going for hot pink, because I needed that hot pink. However, with the heat and everything that they need to do to create the ashtrays, they couldn't get it quite that hot pink that I wanted.
I'll take that. That's okay.
So also, I don't know. We have the cutters, which are stainless steel. I have it in the hot pink.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have it in blue.
She gave it to me in hot
I
pink.
sure did.
She gave me a hot pink. It's all right. I'm going to use it.
I am in the making of trying to get it in the lighter shade of pink
Of blue.
and red
Of blue.
and purple.
They make light blue. I mean, if
Okay.
you just don't like navy, it's okay.
Hey, they have blue already. If you look, see, we want.
Do you have blue though?
No, we're not carrying blues. We almost did not carry red because
I'm okay. I don't like
you
red.
know. But red is kind of like, okay, I had some people asking me about it, so I said, you know what, let me go ahead and do
It makes
red.
me look extra chocolate.
But it is beautiful as well. But yeah, so I am excited. I have patches.
Oh, wait. I have one of them.
Yeah, I have patches.
And if you were part of Houston Cigar Week and you were a female and you got VIP tickets, your patch was in your VIP ticket, in your bag as well.
That's right. So, but this is just the beginning, and so I have so much more that I am working on, including a torch.
Wow.
And so I'm excited about all of it.
A pink torch.
I can't say.
Oh, girl.
Jimmy's about to get fired.
Sorry, Kim. I mean, a blue torch.
But pink was really the inspiration. That was going to be kind of like the thing, and then I had people say, "Oh, I need leopard. You got leopard. You got red." So the women helped me kind of evolve and decide on some other things. So that's why a lot of that is coming in later.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, I was excited till I realized I couldn't get any blues, but
No blues.
I don't think we necessarily have to take a break right now just because we want to talk about some current events. And it's interesting that you say you are a principal because my first topic is Bill Cosby being released, of course, and Felicia Rashad, who's now dean of the program that they just brought back, and the program that she's the dean of that they just brought back to the university doesn't like what she had to say. So if everybody is on, first of all, we know Bill Cosby got released on a technicality because the DA system works a little different. But at the same time, it's still presumed that he is guilty of the crimes that he was charged with, but because of the technicality, he got off. So Felicia Rashad, his co-host on the Cosby Show, went forth and said, what was her exact wording? A great injustice, kind of pretty much supporting him being released. She went on, blah, blah, blah. Well, the next day she wrote about a 5-page paragraph, five pages of retracting that, apologizing to the women that were part of the case and the women that didn't come forth. And now they are thinking about removing her from her position. So, being that you are a principal, assistant principal, yeah, but all the same, and you like those precious people. Yes. What are your thoughts? First of all, what are your thoughts on Bill Cosby being released, and then as assistant principal, as Felicia being the dean, what are you thinking? Her saying what she said. I mean. Well, would you have went forth to make a public statement in regards to Bill Cosby if you were her?
Just putting myself in the position of being an assistant principal
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that there are certain things that, we can say, do, and what we, things that we can't say and do. I think that it would have been better for her if she hadn't made maybe a statement because of her position, because it's just, you're kind of looked upon as somebody with high moral standards, and I don't want to say perfect in any way, but just having that.
Well, and
I mean,
for the audience, for people who I realize we had a lot of new followers recently, and for those of you who are new followers and have not paid attention to some of our previous shows, first of all, we are unfiltered and uncensored. Number one, we give cigar talk. We're not in a lounge today, but we give cigar talk in the female version, the women version. So we're talking about current events, which I rarely talk about, but this one was very particular because I just thought it was interesting. A lot of people, when he was released, came out and some were so overjoyed, and then there was so much backlash from those people being overjoyed that it was very interesting. And being what I thought about Felicia Rashad at the time, I thought it was interesting that she even came out on his behalf. For the simple fact, she has supported him.
Always.
Yeah.
But when she came out to say congratulations for him being released, being that she's in a new position and where she stands in that position as a woman forefront, it shocked me a little bit. So then when I saw the next day that whole documentation on apologizing, I'm like, why did you do it in the first place?
but should they have been really shocked? She's always supported
She supported him.
When
I
they
mean,
hired her.
His wife supported him.
Yeah.
So I mean, at the end of the day,
but then again,
she was
she's
popping
a dean,
pills too.
and at
That's
the end
my
of the
whole
day,
point. She's a dean.
You have to take everything into consideration when you are in a position as such. What you're doing, what pictures you take, how you're looking, outside in public. Like, everything matters.
So that's my whole point. Everything matters. When he first went to jail and was going through the court process, she wasn't the dean at the time. So now you're in a position where now you're held to a different standard. I know we, from time to time discuss why should people be held to a different standard. You know, when you accept the position, what the qualifications are and what's required of you. So at the end of the day, she understood her position and where she was. I would have rather her shut up and not say anything versus to say, hey.
But where's your freedom of speech where you allowed to say what you want to say?
Again, you signed, listen, Mimi, you signed on a dotted line and they gave you all the requirements and what they want you to do. So you can, you can have all the freedom of speech at your house. I mean, that's what we got this podcast for, but you can't,
don't we know?
Don't go. I mean, I'm just saying, I feel bad for her because I really like her. But at the end of the day, I think it was just the stupidest move. And now they're thinking about removing her from her position, supporting. And I don't want anybody, don't call in, don't knock me down, supporting somebody who we know may or may not be guilty. So, I mean.
Well, I think the statement just saying may or may not is all the reason that it's kind of like.
Well, I mean, we don't have to rehash this, but at the end of the day, it's said that some are true, some of the allegations are true, and some are false. For the simple fact, I think the last chick, or one of the last females that were on the show, she went by there 5 times. So I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know the whole
all
details of it, but I think that with us having so many losses to the justice system, that I think a lot of people were just really celebrating that we at least, looking at this as a win. Regardless.
So,
and with you being able to say may or may not, We don't know what happened. And with a lot of our brothers locked up
it's a lot
from and then we
which
got a
is
history.
sad though.
Now we can go into the history of
being
sad,
accused of doing things,
and I agree, but it's sad because at the end of the day, we're supporting a victory because we've had so many been defeated so many times and lost the battle that we're supporting a victory that may not morally, ethically, or however you want to see it, be a victory. I mean, it is what it is.
All of us saying may not, that alone leaves you. If you were a what do they call it? The people that sit on the stands. I mean, the jury. Yeah. And it's a may and a may not. That's a hung trial. Right. And so it's we don't know. We don't know the times and we don't really know. So it's just people basically saying, you could have somebody sitting up there that's went through it and bring their experience in from having it, that's saying he guilty, and then you can have somebody that's really with a clear mindset that's sitting up there that's saying the evidence doesn't show or the evidence is not enough evidence, so we don't know. And the fact that we don't know is basically something that we need to consider, that we can't say that it's been done. So I wouldn't want to see somebody locked up with I don't know.
Okay.
When you think about it, if it's your brother, your dad, you know what I'm saying? You would want something that says substantially, for a fact that this happened. So if it was your father and, you just kind of, but I think that people were really congratulating that it was a win in our book. So for them, I don't really know the details of it, but I'm thinking that that's kind of where their head was at.
That's from the assistant principal's perspective.
No, that's from Dominique's perspective. Okay.
All right, guys. So now down to the good part. First topic. I have the wonderful Miss Mimi Moore, who always stays in trouble, and when I call, she always answers. So again, thank you for being on the show today.
No problem.
By the way, Lipstick has shirts. Got on my Lipstick shirt, Lipstick and Smoke shirts. Miss Mimi, first topic.
Yes, dear.
Do you lose yourself in marriage?
I can speak from experience, and I can say that I wouldn't say I lost myself because I had myself when I went in, but at some point I was so consumed with everybody else that I couldn't do what I needed to do for self. Mm-hmm. So in marriage, you do kind of sort of lose yourself as a mom, as a wife. I'm not going to lie. My kids laughed at me. It took me 10 years to graduate a 2-year college. And you know why? Mm-hmm. Because I lost myself in my marriage. Mm-hmm. Because when I started, I had to stop. Oh, we got to get the kids. You got to do this. My daughter, it was always something. You say you can lose yourself in marriage. I can't say that. Even if you don't have kids, you still can lose yourself. But the one thing I did not lose was my identity. Mm-hmm.
So do you find yourself in a waiting to exhale moment, Angela Bassett?
Oh, hell no. I already did that. Baby, I done set shit on fire. I done shot at people. Oh. Shit, I done a lot of things. I didn't already have my waiting to exhale moment. I don't need another one.
Us next time.
Shit.
I mean, but if you think about it, the reason why I brought that up is Angela Bassett from Waiting to Exhale is because at the end of the day, she lost herself in marriage.
Yeah.
If we think about it, she spent all her time trying to grow his career and make sure she got him off to where he needed to be, and then at the end of the day,
go get Becky.
What happens? Well, I mean, Lord. Becky. So that's a whole nother topic. I like it's okay. It's
with
okay.
the good hair.
I mean,
she had finger waves and baby hair everywhere.
See, this is the stuff. See, this is how we get off subject.
Keep going.
Because guess what? It's a lot of men that like Becky's out there. They scared to tell y'all that, FYI. But it's a lot of men that like Becky's. They scared because at the end of the day, they're going to get that conversation. Becky, you gotta like Becky. Why you gotta like date outside your race? I personally think you should date who you like. It doesn't
I'm not
matter to me.
tripping on that. I'm just saying, hey, look, I put my time in, and at the end of the day, this is a great topic because we have a lot of females that are in relationships that either don't understand how they don't have that. I didn't have nobody to talk to, to say, pick up the phone and call my friend and be like, man, I feel like I'm losing myself because my friend wasn't married. So she couldn't give me a perspective. And, my mom, she's alive. Her thing is she old school. It's better to have half of a man than no man at all. Because they don't believe in divorce. Exactly.
Where was it? Where was the thing then?
Exactly. But I can't tell my mom I'm calling bullshit on that. Because I'm like, well,
you can.
Well, you know what? I want to say this. One of the things that, like you just mentioned, your friend. Like, when you get into relationships, whether it's marriage or a long-term committed relationship, why is it that the friends kind of just
go away?
Like, I don't understand, like, why we
because
can't just
why we don't
our woman time.
Because I was just having this conversation, and I was telling someone that when guys go out, they go out to the cigar lounge. I was explaining to someone about how we ended up with the spa day for the Houston Cigar Week, and when guys go out, it doesn't matter if they're married or single. If they were best friends and friends, they just go out and they still do what they do. But women don't get the opportunity most of the time because they have children. Yes. So the man gets to go out, and the woman is always typically at home taking care of the children. And then then the girlfriends, if they are single, guess what? They're still out doing their thing. Yeah. They're not wanting to sit at home and be like, hey, Dominique, you got the baby. I'm gonna come over there and watch the babies with you. That's not happening. They ain't trying to hit so you kind of grow apart sometimes. Yeah. You don't. I mean, you do remain friends, but at the same time, you grow apart because your lives start evolving a little different. And so even if that friend gets married now, where you are now 5 years ahead of her because you did that part. You can get a babysitter. So it's a problem.
That, when I first started smoking cigars, it was me and my girl, and we went out. That was one of the things that we did, me and my girlfriends. Right. That's how I started smoking cigars. Yeah. That was our time. And then my best friend, she went and had a baby. And my baby's back grown.
What was she thinking about?
Understand? And so, I mean, exactly. So it's kind of like, and then it was just kind of like it's all about the baby and the relationship. But that's how they start losing yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you start.
So it's not even just in marriage, though, because you relationships.
Motherhood, too.
Motherhood, relationships. I mean, you just may be in a relationship that consumes you. And that concerns me when relationships consume you. No matter what the relationship is, they should not consume you.
Mama gotta have a little me time. I started learning to have my me time early, and I think it's important because that's how you keep. That's how you don't lose yourself. That's how you don't.
You're gonna learn quick. Let me tell you.
So.
Call me up for some marriage advice. 1-800 Mimi gonna tell you.
Mimi, if they watched any of the other episodes you were on. The first one, the second one, nobody's gonna call you for marriage advice because guess what? You are the one that's gonna cause them to get a divorce. Let me just be real clear. I like you, man, but you're gonna be the one. Now we got a spectator. We got a spectator that he gonna get kicked out on his first day. He gonna get kicked out on his first day.
I hear a lot of men say that when they get married, sex stop. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Oh, Lord.
That's a lie.
Not in your book.
Not in my book.
Not in your book.
It may stop for you, but it ain't stopping for me.
Crickets.
You roll them crickets if you want to.
Listen.
We gonna get kicked off.
How many kids you got?
I got 2 grown kids. Grown. Let me put that out there. Grown. So I don't have to find a babysitter.
Yeah, but just say, like when they was younger, though.
Now, when they was younger, don't get me wrong. It was hard. Yeah. Because here's the thing. Nobody wants to babysit your kids. Yeah. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, because they probably bad if they acting like you.
My kids wasn't bad. They were really good kids. But here's the thing. Nobody wants to be, and it's the truth. It's any kids.
You're right.
My single friend, I could not drop my kids off. I don't care. My kids were pumped up on Benadryl, NyQuil, every quill in the book. My friend
I would have
like,
watched your kids if you had them on Benadryl.
I'm going out. My friend be like, I can't because I'm going out tonight. And you know what? Even my parents, I didn't ask them to do it because when I became a mom, I always told myself and my mom, my mom didn't do it, my dad didn't do it. We wasn't dropped off on everybody. And my mom was like this: if I can't bring my kids, we ain't coming. I'm bringing the whole unit.
God,
so don't and it's family events we didn't go to, and my mama didn't care. So I took that same lead. I was a mom first, so my kids came first. If I can't bring my kids with me, hey, they on Benadryl.
So you know what that means. You were never invited to my house.
I wasn't mad. Oh my God. You know what I tell people? Don't bring your kids to my house.
Our producer been playing with new stuff. This shit is, listen, I was the type of person. No offense to those people who have those wonderful children. It is God's gift. I know God said multiply, be plentiful. It's great.
Have fun doing it.
But I'm OCD, so you know when kids, if your kid ran around and touched shit and touched walls,
kids knew better.
That shit irritates the fuck out of me.
My kids knew better. We had to talk. Don't ask for shit. Don't look at shit. Don't talk. Don't get up. God damn it, don't do nothing but sit here. My kids knew better. I gave them that old speech. When we get out this car.
You do know you can still go to jail for child abuse, right?
No, you can't. You can't go to jail for whooping your kid's ass. Nah, you go to jail when you get to leaving marks and shit. You can't go to jail for but trust me, I know.
Taro.
I'm about to beat that ass. See, that's what's wrong with it now. Kids ain't getting enough ass whoopings. They ain't getting slapped. That's why you all in your marriage confused because you can't slap your goddamn kids.
That's where the marital problems come from.
That's where the marital problems come from.
Slapping your kids is where the marital problems come from.
You got little Jenny still sleeping in the bed with you at the age of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I told Dominique to watch the show so she could know what was gonna happen because this one right here.
Call me up for that marital advice. I'm gonna help you out.
Dominique say the babies didn't sleep.
1-800 Mimi gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you.
Mimi. No. Dominique, you didn't let your kids sleep in the bed?
No.
I heard that. You're a first.
No.
Why?
Why?
I mean, I don't know any parent that their child didn't sleep in a bed at some point. You just kicked them out?
No, you just put them in their bed when they're younger, and they just used to being in their bed.
So they didn't get out the bed?
They'll get out their bed, but they'll go back in their bed once I put them back in there.
Oh, God. I don't know what that means.
You good, because I use my kids. I'll be like, hey, get in the bed.
No, see.
Come lay down with mom and daddy, and I get in the middle. Mm-hmm.
Well, hold on. That's confusing. You just said you was a freak. Now you gonna talk about taking the kids and put them in
my terms. On my time. On my time.
Confused.
Just talked about it.
She just said. She's like, what they say when marriage stop, it don't stop. It had to stop if you had the kids.
Wait, no. Wait.
CPS is gonna be at your door. What's your address? What's your address?
On my time. Okay, that don't mean I'm gonna be a freak 7 days a damn week, and I working like a Hebrew slave. Oh, now sometimes I had to use my kids as the cock blocker because
oh gosh.
Again,
I ain't the only one. Let me get some women out there that know what I'm going through.
Says is only reference of her. Reflection of her.
I ain't the only one that use my kid as a cock blocking mechanism.
I think that it is used as a.
Yeah, some parents, some mamas do.
And the men be knowing.
And the men be knowing because he be like, hey, go put her in her bed. I be like, but she ain't sleep yet. My daughter slobbing at the mouth. And I'm like, but she ain't sleep yet. Now she sleep. Go put her in the bed. I be like, damn.
Go Phoenix.
I be like, when I put in the bed, I never come back out because I sleep in the bed with her. See?
Oh, my God.
When you a mama, you learn all these tricks.
No, you tell them the tricks. You tell them all the
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, mamas. Log off. But I'm not the only one. Let's just keep it real. I'm not the only one that have used my kids as a cock blocking mechanism.
You do know when you talk, sometimes I have nothing to say. Like I don't know what to say because I'd be amazed that you say it.
Okay, have you ever used your kid as a cock blocking mechanism?
I can't remember.
Smart. See, principal. This is the stuff you're supposed to say.
Producer, have your kids ever been a cock blocking mechanism?
First of all, don't talk to him because he don't know how. He's the only person I know who tries to outdance his children and loses every time. Every single time.
And then I put their ass to bed.
It's the most hysterical thing I've ever seen.
Has that ever happened to you?
I don't have any children.
In they bed.
But I will tell you this about that. The first words I learned to read is...
Hold on, sir. You need a mic. We don't just talk like that.
Let's give him a mic. Let's see a man's point of view. God damn it!
I don't fucking know about.
This is a rewind though to something earlier because I don't know. You have to repeat this because producer got a mic off the floor.
We didn't. I mean, you was just standing here for spectation.
I'm sorry I brought you into this.
What was the question again?
Yeah, what was the question?
Which question? Because I was still telling the story. I was answering.
Oh, well, go with your story, man.
Go with your story.
The
Let's
first
see
words
this.
I ever learned to read were "Don't wake us up."
Yeah.
Okay. My parents put the sign on the door. This not on. My parents put the sign on the door that said "Don't wake us up" because they'd be out partying the night before. Okay. And I would get up in the morning on a Saturday, and I look at the door and I say, "Don't wake us up." And there'd be some cereal on the kitchen table.
Oh wow!
Your parents.
And that was it. My parents set me up to be independent. Exactly.
That's good though.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
That was freaky.
I'm not talking about my parents anymore. I'm talking about my parents. Leave my parents out of it.
I mean, we can't call his parents a freak unless we call Mimi a freak.
I ain't mad. I called myself one. I just said it just wasn't gonna be all night, 360. I need a break. Goddamn. I gotta get up and go to work too. I mean,
FYI, if anybody heard the show week before last, she wasn't trying to get breaks, but now she trying to get breaks. I mean, you need to make your mind up.
You get a little older. You get a little older and mature over the years.
So in your maturity, you got a dick in your ear. So what the fuck is that? Explain that to me. So how does that? This is dick in the ear. Yeah. So explain how you matured because you've had two children. You've had two children. You went from being a freak. You was drunk on the show. Yeah, you drunk the man's whole bottle of whatever. You just poured the whole bottle. Poured the whole bottle in your glass.
In the words of David Chappelle, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. Give me some David Chappelle right now.
Oh my God!
Yes, amen. Oh my God, Jesus, hallelujah. You know, the older you get into God. Lord Jesus, I don't remember that.
Okay, topic number 2.
Let's read another topic.
Topic number 2, because always, which it just goes backdoors. Topic number 1. Modern women, do we want relationships?
Yes.
I plead the fifth again.
Okay. Dominique spoke up first, so you said yes real quick.
But what we don't want is relationships that dictate what we need to be doing. Now, I was just thinking about this the other day.
Oh, baby, yes.
I see so many men trying to say what a woman is, what a woman should be, what a woman need to be, my heaven, all this stuff, okay? Which I just feel like, you know what? You need to concentrate on what type of man you want to be.
Yes, speak, baby.
But see,
speak.
If you try to be as good as a man as you want this woman to be to you.
Yes.
Lipstick and Smoke Baptist Church.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm gonna go in. Pastor Dominique. If you concentrate on being the good man and being the heaven for her, then she'll just
I'm not old lady.
Y'all didn't catch that. She said be the heaven, not the head. Oops.
The heaven. Oh my God. You know, because the woman should be the heaven.
I didn't know we was going to church.
You should be my all this.
But they say that. They say the woman should be the peace. What about you being the peace for the woman?
No, they don't want you to get on that
because we've
subject,
lost
though.
ourselves. Because we can't. Because at the end of the day, we lose ourselves in relationships and marriage versus men don't lose themselves. They
Exactly.
continue to grow, and they end up growing and building themselves, and then we're knocked down because at the end of the day, why did you not do what you were supposed to do? Why did you let him stop your career? That's the why people who at the same time, when you got in a relationship, when you got in a marriage, they were like, make sure you do good, baby, be there for him, support him, and do that. But they then when you turn around, they want to backdoor that
role thing that it says that a woman should just drop every single thing and cater to a man.
Oh Lord, we're gonna take a collection plate.
Who said that?
That's what they feel like.
Society.
The gender,
Yes,
the society
that may
says
be,
this. You're supposed to drop everything and just be his
Find me a
peace,
man that's gonna
be
drop
his
everything
this,
for a
cook
woman.
for him,
Let me
clean
just
for
say,
him,
I hear the
this,
men
that,
talking
this,
bullshit in the back. I hear the men. I call bullshit with the men in the back.
You know what, Kim?
First of all, your mama taught you when you at church, you do not talk while
Interrupt
the
the
preacher
pastor.
is
That's
talking.
right, baby.
And you guys didn't go to Baptist churches
Sure
because
did.
y'all talk the whole time that she was preaching.
And the pastor
And
would've
she
called you
had some
out.
facts that she was trying to
did.
state to y'all.
I was.
So I don't want to have to make her re-preach this sermon because we got
Out
it
of
on
the books
video.
of Holy
But at the
Matrimony
same
verses
time,
1 through
I'm
12.
just trying to say that at the end of the day,
You can only have one variation.
what would that be, sir?
Let's hear this bullshit. What's this
What,
bullshit?
we listen. Put the mic on your mouth.
Yeah. Put it on your mouth.
I ain't tell you to put it to your mouth.
I said facts can have don't have different variations, which means a fact is a fact. Concrete is hard. That's a fact. Concrete will
Well,
never be
it's a
soft.
So she
that a lot
gave you
of
some
y'all-
facts.
She gave me facts with opinion. Opinion isn't fact. All men
No.
are like that.
No.
Me
She
and him
gave you
disagree on
straight
that.
facts.
Me and him don't agree on that.
All men are
So
not like
you
that.
two are disagreeing.
That's
That's why y'all were interrupting the church service.
We was
What
trying
is
to
your
talk low.
opinion? What is your opinion?
Pass the mic so we can hear his testimony.
because you
Yeah, but
disagreeing
let's
with
be
see.
honest that majority of the men
99.9999.
because that's how society.
That's what we were talking about.
Okay.
I think that's
how
antiquated. I think you guys are stuck. I don't think it's like that
stuck
no more.
where though?
Oh yes.
No,
Stuck
'cause
where?
most- hold on.
So wait.
We're not
Hey,
stuck.
most
What do you-
We're
what
not
do you-
stuck.
No, I don't.
But you know
So
what?
first of all-
I don't think you guys give men enough.
No.
credit.
No, that's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
So that's bullshit.
First of all,
you gotta
are
understand
bitches
our
these
age,
days.
the age range of us.
Let's-
First of all, we not no young stunners,
Hold
right? I
on,
mean,
Kim.
that one maybe.
Let me just say
because you
this.
12. I forgot. You like 12.
But the 12
you
year got
Shit.
something to say.
We-
Let's just say this.
She in her 30s,
Let's just
child.
say some of these men out here, let's just keep it real, on a whole nother level of bitch assness and bullshitness, okay? That's where I can't get over. I mean, you can sit here and say that's opinion or not, but the opinion, the numbers show.
What credit
Most of
are
these
we
men
not giving?
Numbers show
First
what?
of all,
What numbers
but
show?
My numbers.
Exactly.
Bitch
And that's why,
assness and
that's why
bullshitness.
facts can't have different
Oh,
variations.
whatever.
Those are your numbers.
But why do you think we're not giving men credit? That's why I'm so
Yeah, let me hear
confused
this
on.
bullshit.
Because men get a lot of credit for a lot of things when
Exactly.
women don't. We get more backstabbing and you
And
know we
hated on
should
From
have
each
did.
other. That happened with each other.
We have it from men too. You guys will take. You will take another man's side on some bullshit,
Yes,
which you
instead
know
of
is
standing-
bullshit.
instead of
You
supporting
standing
guys
up
can't
right.
point
and
to me and say that. You can't point to me and say that.
well,
I'm
let me
pointing
not
to you.
say
You
you
don't mean it.
personally.
I'm pointing
But-
to
You're
you.
lying.
No,
No, I'm
know
not.
that.
No,
Yes,
I
you
just
are.
call bullshit on a lot of shit that men do. I mean, let's just keep it real. These
See-
men today is full of shit.
Can
Tyrone,
can
bullshit.
This is my question. Can you guys possibly say the men that I deal with, or a lot of men, when you say all men, that is casting.
We
the
didn't
wrong-
say all
No,
men.
no,
We
you're
didn't
not
say
saying-
all
You're
men.
not saying all men. You're taking off the all, but you're only saying men.
No,
I don't
we said
fucking-
majority.
I
We
don't
said
know what I'm saying.
majority.
Women
That's the
too.
first time you gave a
No, we
qualifier.
didn't. We said majority of the
We can
men. We
rewind
was
it
sitting up
later.
here.
You said men.
She
you
said
men,
99.999.
Is it at 1%?
And you said
I mean,
men.
you said that
and then
one
look,
But I was
and-
speaking in general
There
as
you
saying
go.
what I've been seeing on social media.
That's all I'm saying,
Okay, a
in
lot
general.
is men saying what they think a woman should be or how a woman should act or what.
Do women do that to men? Because you guys just spent a bunch of time saying what men should do as well. Is that something that both sexes do
I
together?
didn't say
Say nothing
anything about what a
wrong.
man should do.
Listen, you
I didn't
guys,
say anything about what a man should do.
y'all started with this.
I need you to cut
started
your
with this, Vice
earplugs
Principal. You said something about.
He
and
probably
I'm
had that same
paraphrasing.
dick you had in your ear.
Yeah, I
He
know.
got it.
I
It's
never
in his
had
ear.
nothing
How
like
about
that
that?
near
He
my
got-
ear.
He got the dick in his ear, so he
No,
didn't
no,
hear
no.
what we
hear what he
said.
wanted.
He
With the
hear what we
reminder.
wanted. Rewind
No,
the shit.
you
We-
said.
You know what I did say? I said a man, if he, this is what I was saying, is that if
Preach,
a man
preach. Give it to him.
put as much
Effort.
I agree
in
with
what
that.
he talking
agree
about
with
what
that.
he wants in a woman and what a woman should do. If he put that into himself and become the best man that he
Yeah,
knows how to
absolutely.
be, then the woman that he's with would have no issue with matching that same type of energy.
So
but
where's
see
most
what
women?
we're
I agree
saying
with you
is
saying
the
completely.
ego of a man most of the time is speaking
There you
about
go.
what a man
That's all I ask. Most of the time.
most of the time it's
That's
speaking about
all.
what a woman should be and what she should do and all of
We
those
said
things.
that in the beginning.
And
I think we did.
I believe I was
You
saying
guys,
that.
you guys make, but then you say men do this, men do that. You
Well,
started
what you
off
want me
with,
to speak on
you,
women?
You
I
started
don't
off
date
by
women. I
saying
date
you started
men.
off by saying something like, men are always telling women what they should
I
do
said on social media.
on
that's
social
what I've
media.
been saying.
Do you find that women do that to men as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. These are
We-
human behaviors
we-
that we're quantifying
But
by one gender.
Who
Humans
gave
are doing
Dr.
this
Phil
shit.
the mic?
Excuse me, sir. I will. Hold on.
Who gave Dr. Phil the mic?
Let me background. Let me just give you one fact. This is Lipstick Podcast.
Thank you. Well, we
so,
right.
So we are talking from a woman's
And I
perspective.
am wrong as usual.
Yes. Who gave Dr. Phil?
apologize.
Who told Dr.
You
Phil
know
to pick
what?
up the goddamn mic?
Dr. Phil, if you don't shut your ass
Drop
up,
the mic.
what, mic drop, mic
Yeah,
muted,
drop.
goodbye. You guys have a wonderful show.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. You know what, Kim?
This is our perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a guest and he is the producer. Don't let me knock you because I don't want to mad at him. But what I'm saying is, it is from a woman's perspective. We're talking about how we feel. When you guys are together, you can
talk about
discuss
how y'all feel.
you feel. But we were discussing how we feel as women that typically, most, some, not all,
99.9.
point
999.
Point, yeah, we did ask you, Negro. I said we asked you, but there you go again. You want to tell us what's wrong, but
we
it's
didn't want to
the
hear
Lipstick
We didn't
Podcast.
want to hear Dr.
This is-
Phil's point of view.
We just asked you for one question. Asked you one question. Then you wanted to give a dissertation. I mean, come
thank
on,
you,
bro.
Kim.
Like,
He about to write a book. He about to write a book on.
and he got his Scooby Doo and Shaggy over here. Shit.
Dissertation. That's all I said was I know how to goddamn spell dissertation. Okay.
So at the end of the day, I do agree with both of you guys that men, you said it perfectly. That's that principle stuff in you.
Girl, you came to
you
church
said
today.
it. You said they expect us to be their peace, but I say the same thing. We expect them
Yes.
to be our peace. So you said what you're preaching on, what you're wanting us to do. Why can't we get it back?
Give
Exactly.
us that.
Don't say you want peace.
Why does it have to be a
but you in
one-way?
the streets?
Yeah.
One way.
You want to be things to be peaceful when you come home after you done, did what you want to do, and we supposed to be just peaceful.
Yeah, we supposed to be peaceful.
mean,
I don't get that.
But because you've had a hard day, we gotta make sure you got your cup, your
You
cigar.
okay?
your shit.
Yeah.
What happens when we have a hard day? You be like,
None.
did you get the kid?
Yep. Did you get something to eat? What time dinner gonna be ready?
And you know what? I want to just say that not all men, because
Not all,
let's go say that.
most,
Not
some.
all men. Put your 99. Go
99.
ahead. Go with your 99. Go with your
99.999. 99.
Okay.
Look at
I'm
99.
gonna say
Nah,
that.
Dr. Phil got the mic. He was ready. He was like, I want.
Yeah. So I've been lucky not to have, somebody like that that's waiting in this, and then, if I'm having a hard day, I've been lucky to have somebody like that.
So hold on,
I
and
can't.
let me go because we interrupted you because you were getting ready to address the part about modern women.
Yeah.
And we kind of went off a little bit. It happens.
Well,
it
she
happens.
started preaching, Kim.
Well,
I'm just saying,
I'm like,
do want relationships. We just don't want the relationships that say that we need to be at your every beck and call, or we need to cater to you.
So
like we're working now. We're not grandma in 19
they got 10
40
kids.
something that could not get a job, or
Wait,
and
hold
the man
on.
was
I
out there
take that.
working.
Let's back. I can't agree with you on that now. When you say grandmas could not get a job, that's
Well, I'm
that's
saying in that time.
they didn't
when
get a
the
job
deals
because
worked.
it wasn't correct. It's
Well,
not that they couldn't.
At one point, they couldn't. The women
They,
wouldn't work. Women
they
couldn't
were
work.
maids. We were masters maids.
But at one point, women couldn't really work. I'm talking about them times, where they
Yeah.
couldn't work. Where it was.
The dad went out
Yeah,
and
when
did
the dad
everything,
had everything.
and mom had 8
And
kids.
maybe
Yeah,
they enjoyed that.
8 kids.
maybe
First
they-
of all, she need an ass
got
whoop
about
for
10
having that
kids.
goddamn many kids.
Well, my grandma had 8
That's all they
kids.
could-
and
That's all they were doing.
mean,
back then.
Sorry to your
My
mama.
grandma
That's your
too
mama's
had
fault.
about 10, 8 kids.
Your mama had 10.
My grandma had 8 kids, and they all born on the same day, different
Huh?
years.
Oh, goddamn.
My grandpa was coming back from one smash.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Okay.
Grandpa was coming back from the airport smashing. I mean, look, hey.
But like I was saying, we do want relationships, but we have to stop trying to define what a woman should be doing, what a man should be doing, and just do what we do best. If I do something better in the relationship, if I'm better at the money, let me take care of the money. If I'm better at doing if you're better at doing something, go ahead, baby, you do that. It's supposed to be a balance.
Exactly.
What happens in
Balance
relationship?
each other out.
What happens in? I guess it's not a relationship. People that are working, they're dating or whatever, and they're working towards relationships or however they put that. I don't know. I'm out of the game on that shit. But when people say that this is what I want, like should you or supposed to, I say that because those of you know I'm recently divorced, but should you and do come out when you're trying to date someone and say this is what I want, put a whole list together? Do you not think that runs a person off? I mean, how do you?
I think when you come in, not so much as say this is what I want, but I think if you upfront and being honest from the jump about what you want out of your relationship, it's nothing wrong with that.
That's two different things, though.
But I mean,
what you want out of a relationship, and when you come with a list of what you want for this relationship, that's two different things.
Bullshit.
When you fall in love with somebody, you don't care if they doing 2, 1, 0, or none of the things on the list.
But my thing is this. Hold on.
The whole list can go up into a flame.
Exactly.
So why do we throw? Why do we put this list together though? But why do we put this list together when at the end of the day,
that's armor. Those are
armor for what? What are they protecting?
They're protecting themselves. They're protecting themselves from hurt. So they want you.
Because I'm talking about the men, because they the ones with these motherfucking lists. Let's be real clear.
But you know what?
These men come here with all these motherfucking lists.
But you know
I
what?
need her credit score to be 800. I need her to have this amount of money in the bank.
Women with a
Most
list
of they motherfucking ass don't have an 800 credit
But you know
score.
what?
Let's
I
be
have
real
to
clear about
disagree.
this
I
shit.
have to disagree. I think it's more women that have a list than men
I disagree with you.
Because
I know a
women
whole
come-
lot of men with a list.
And I'm not saying men don't, but I know more women that come to the table with a high expectation. Because here's the thing, when you've been in a bad relationship as a woman, the next man, even though we say, we're not going to make that man suffer for what the other man did, bullshit. Yes, you are. You going to make that man suffer so much.
But Mimi,
Well, you gonna have
only
that
reason
list.
I disagree with you is because the one thing we talked about last week or a week before, or whenever, is that men suffer more hurt than we do. So at the end of the day, men have a list because they are what she said. I just asked the question because y'all know my job is to be the devil's advocate, is to protect themselves. So after they get out that relationship that hurt them so bad, they don't want to get back into that hurt again. So therefore, they got this whole list of what they want the next go around. If I'm going to be in a relationship, the moment she hit that one that they don't want, I don't want that. Because guess what? It reminds them of the woman that they left.
Women the same way.
Women
too.
are the same
Women
way
can be the
too.
same.
But
We do the same.
We can
exact
go
thing.
through hurt more, so it's okay. I don't think we
can.
have that list.
We can.
Men, once they get hurt, you and fuck their whole life up. They damaged goods. They no good
I
for the
agree.
next
I
draft. That's why
agree.
they got 4 or 5 marriages.
Women to go back into it.
How
quicker
many
than
more
men.
men? You
Women
have more
bounce
men who
back
have
faster
than men
multiple
do.
marriages than you have women that have multiple
Yeah.
marriages.
But my thing
When I say
is,
multiple, over 2.
You know why? Because they go from one and then.
Because
they
men
ain't
Time
happy.
they into another. I think they go into relationships quicker than women. To
Yeah,
be honest.
they
Because
do.
we
They
have
do
to-
go into
we have to
relationships quicker.
heal. We have to heal. We have to be like, we got to get ourselves together because we don't want to take those things into our next relationship.
And
You know
that's
what I'm
true,
saying?
but some men,
Men.
they don't like being lonely.
be- exactly.
They need
They
that.
believe in
They gotta have
get
so.
over one, they
You
gotta-
gotta get on to the next one. I
It's
mean,
that
like,
rebound
fuck it.
shit.
Like,
That's
I'm
it,
like,
women.
But
I
you know
need time
what?
to figure
I'ma
this
just
shit
say
out.
this.
Quit pressuring me.
Women,
Quit
I'm
pressuring
gonna
me.
say this.
Y'all need love.
Alone in my room.
Sometimes
know
stare at
what?
the wall and in the back
Right.
of my mind I hear my conscience call telling me I need a girl, the sweetest seduction
know
for
what?
the first time in my life. I say I need love. There I was giggling about the
I'm
game.
gonna piss a lot of people off because here's the thing. Truth be told, let's piss some people off.
Wait,
are
the
the
ear
same
dicker
way.
is gonna piss somebody
The
off.
ear dicker finna piss some people because here's the thing.
The list.
My thing is this: women do the exact same thing. We'll get out of love and shit. I probably had my on the side already waiting. Women do this exact same thing.
What people you gonna piss off?
I'm gonna piss off a lot of.
Yeah, but it ain't in our nature.
It's
to
not
really
in our.
move in like that.
Yeah.
I think
Now,
no. If you're a
done that-
hoe,
listen,
if you're a
done
hoe,
that, that's
you move quicker. But you need time to.
you
You
gotta
need
be
time to.
But
You can't be a. You can't really say
if
you
a
a hoe.
woman, so if a woman
It's
is
not really
hurting
in the
enough,
nature,
so
though.
I think I look at it in two different ways. If a woman was hurt bad enough in an extreme way, I don't think she has a man on side. She's probably gonna fuck a lot of people because she's trying to release herself. But that's two difference. That's a difference from saying she said she already had her man on the side, so she already knew this relationship was going south. And so at the end of the day, while he was doing what he was doing, she was doing what she was doing. So that's two different things.
But that's what I'm saying.
When she was using her kids to cock block.
But wait, my thing is
Right, because
Wait,
she a different freak. She was a freak before she had the kids, but after she had the kids, she
I'm
had
on y'all side now. Now look here, I'm trying to say women do the same exact thing.
Now you
Dr.
part of
Phil.
that .00001.
I'm just saying, all right.
She part that because she
My
said
point is this.
.999.
Wait, don't twist my words. My point is this. Some women, not all, we can't sit here and bash the men and say men do all of this because some women do the same exact thing. It's just that my thing is
Mimi, you're
men
no
make
longer
it-
allowed on the show.
Wait, my thing is men do it different than women do. I don't give a fuck what you play. I'm just telling you the goddamn truth. Now, goddamn it, I'm just saying, women do the same exact thing. That 99.99 for the men go for the women. We do the exact same thing. We rebound off of men too. I mean, it happens. Not saying a woman is a hoe. Some of us, that's what I said. Some of us do. Same rules apply with the men, apply with the women. It's just that some women know how to act accordingly and know how to cover their shit. Well, some men just be sloppy with their shit. Let's just be real about the whole situation.
Facts.
I'm just saying we can't bash the men, and we doing the same thing. I mean, hey.
We talking about people. We ain't talking about
Yeah,
But
in general, you're talking about people.
But
You're
that's
talking
what I'm
about
saying.
people.
It is people in general. I mean, look. Do you, boo boo? Do you?
We already had that. All right, guys, listen. It was a wonderful show. Always enjoy Mimi being on board.
I didn't get in trouble this week.
Listen, we kept it PG this week.
I was this close.
It was PG this week, so it was good. I want to definitely thank Miss Dominique for coming on the show
Thank you, Dominique.
and participating in the conversation. Dominique, I don't think you gave us your Instagram, your Facebook. If they want to order accessories or get in touch with you, how do they do that?
Well, my Instagram is lipstick and smoke _, or you can purchase lipstickandsmoke.com. You can purchase all of my product on lipstickandsmoke.com. And Facebook is lipstick and smoke. So
And yeah, I have on. Oh, I have on the other Lipstick and Smoke.
Yeah. You have some nice apparel, so
She didn't get
you
the
know,
hand
trying
claps.
to bring that feminine.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Come on, give me
Can
the
I get the
clap.
hand claps? Come on, producer.
There you go, being disobedient, Dr. Phil.
I thought you said handcuffs.
But thank you guys. I want to always give a special shout out to Mr. Tyrone for putting up with me. Soapbox Heroes, my producer. He is also my mentor in this business. Probably gonna get some flack for that, but it's okay.
Oh,
It's
my
okay.
God.
He is mentoring me right now, and so hopefully I'm growing and going in the direction that he's guiding me. So thank you always, Mr. Tyrone. Soapbox Heroes. Guys, we will be back Tuesday after next. I think it's like the 20th or something like that. But stay tuned. Any topics you want, you feel free to DM me. If not, I'll bring some topics. They may be favorable. Sometimes they are. Sometimes
Topics
they
that
not.
get me in trouble.
It's just whatever I feel like that week. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you soon. Y'all are hilarious. Is my mic off?
Yeah, you guys like us all.
That was hilarious.
That was
I need some wine, Kim. I need some wine after that.
You need some wine?